He's an international man of misery, Michael Senker. See what I did there?
Where?
There you go. Just feel free. What do you think you are, the Who? Throwing the microphones or anything, the Led Zeppelin or something?
I wish.
You wish?
I did actually backstage with the Who once.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, in a concert. And as they came off stage, I said to Pete Townsend, this is back in the 60s.
Yeah.
I said to Pete Townsend, I said, you make it look so easy. And he just looked at me and he went, the hard part's making it look easy. And walked away.
Ah, dear me.
And I've used that line for years.
Well, the hard part's making it look easy.
Hard part is making it
That's
look
why
easy.
we're seamless, isn't it, basically?
Yeah.
Because we are, yeah. If you want to get...
We're like coming part of the scene.
Coming part of the scene. Right, and if you want to get your... I'm just going to play the numbers. That's what we're looking for, the numbers, so people can get involved with our little sort of... Our little smorgasbord of whatever. And here are the numbers.
To contact TRE, please call 952 78 4000. Email studio@tre.radio. Send us a WhatsApp on +34 645 99 67 95. Message us on Facebook, Talk Radio Europe Official, or tweet us at TRE Talk Radio.
International Madam Misery joins us now. Something is crossing my radar, which is the fact that I've never watched, I don't think, a whole thing of X Factor or Dancing on Ice or Celebrity Bake Off on Planet whatever, but I have been aware of the indignation, nay, the incandescence of some of the people about Britain's Got Talent, because apparently it's not British. It's those foreign acts coming over here on small boats and ruining a competition. Go on then. No?
Well...
Yes?
Prone to a bit of exaggeration there, Giles.
Yeah, I'm on 15 coffees. What do you expect?
Well, it's Britain's Got Talent, right? So therefore, I reckon that it's Britain's Got Talent, but it's not, is it? It's Korea's Got Talent. It's...
So give me... I mean, I know nothing. I've just landed from Planet Giles, so I know nothing about this.
So for those people that don't know about Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent or all the different countries that have got talent, what it is basically is four judges sit down to give non-professional acts a first chance to do a bit of fame, right, win a bit of money and appear on the Royal Variety Show, right? Okay, all right, yeah. And to give you the quality of the acts, last year's winner was a man who was just taking off high-vis jackets. That's all he did. That was his act, was taking off high-vis jacket and running around stage. Right. And he won.
Is this voted for by the public?
This is, well, yes, but anyway, he did. But this last one I just watched, there was an extraordinary amount of non-British people appearing on the show. They've come from Taiwan, they've come from Singapore, they've come from Philippines.
Especially to do this show?
Yeah, Korea, Romanian, Italian, Dutch. I mean, it was a real international show. And they try and cover it up by saying, well, why do you come to Britain's Got Talent? And they say, well, because it's the best one, it's the biggest one, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then, of course, because of the internet, the next day or later that day, or even whilst they're doing their act, there's popping up on YouTube and Twitter is them winning Singapore's Got Talent, or whatever country they come from, or that they're well-known chart artists, or even the British version, the girl that won it this year. She has already appeared in West End shows and had songs out on different labels. So it's not the chance. It's not like Opportunity Knocks, where somebody would come. Here we go. That's showing me age, but that would come from somebody would come out of the back streets of Birmingham, i.e. Lenny Henry, and be discovered, and because they've been doing the pub circuit or something before, and then they got their big break. Yeah, but it's not really a fair playing field, because what happens is, on one hand, you've got little Johnny from Oldham with, select your own sob story. Yeah, it's a backstory. Yeah, mum's died, dog's died. He was going to die, but didn't. Goldfish isn't looking too good. Against a professional load of singers or an Asian group of karate experts. You know, he doesn't really stand a chance. But anyway, that's it. That's Britain's Got Talent, and America's Got Talent. And the funny thing is, because of I actually watch different ones.
Do you actually enjoy this sort of thing?
No, because like on Twitter or Facebook or whatever I'm perusing through, or Instagram, you'll get a situation where a random act will come up,
right,
from Australia's Got Talent or America's Got Talent or some foreign country's Got Talent.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Some bloody foreigners.
Some foreigners got talent.
Johnny Foreigner's
got talent.
Johnny Foreigner's come over and nicked all our talent shows.
Exactly, shows. It's not what I voted for. It's not the Brexit I voted for.
And then, of course, what happens is 2 months later, I think, I saw them on Facebook from another country, but now they're on Britain's Got Talent. Anyway, that's just a...
Are there any sort of... Were there any sort of high visibility jackets being worn this time round?
No, but there wasn't a man who walked on every audition with a goldfish head on.
Head on.
Just walked round going, knock, knock. Who's there? And he just, knock, knock.
He's a goldfish. Yeah.
He just walked round and walked off the stage, and that was it.
That's quite surreal.
That was just an ongoing joke through the whole series. It's light entertainment. It's quite good fun.
Did you not think that perhaps you could put yourself forward because of your own jacket performance, which obviously went viral and broke the internet?
Well, there's lots of things I could do, but not Britain's Got Talent. I once was going to go on there with my juggling skills.
You have juggling skills?
No.
Right, okay.
But I did once purchase a set of juggling balls.
Right, and?
Well, they were made out of like a faux leather.
A faux, yes, okay.
Or pleather, I think it's called, which is a mixture of plastic and leather.
Pleather? Isn't that what people with lifts have? Yeah. Which is pleather.
Pleather. And I don't know whether you've had
he's Brian.
In the heat of Spain, pleather doesn't do well.
Doesn't it?
No, and I opened it up to get my pleather balls out, and they'd rotted away.
And therein lies a moral of the story.
Don't put your pleather in your drawers.
Shall we move on?
Yes, why not?
Blimey. So I'm just seeing the TV, and there's people queuing for Taylor Swift, who's playing Edinburgh, and it looks cold and wet and miserable, and she's not going on for another 3 days or something, but they're all...
But they're already queuing up?
Yeah, they're up there now in Edinburgh, and it looks like it's blowing a hoolie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Have you ever queued for...
Did you know there was an election going on?
Allegedly so.
Yeah, okay. There's two elections going on.
Right, okay.
Well, there's one in America a bit later on.
Yeah.
And there's one in the UK.
This is why we're having all these high visibility and absolutely sort of scintillating debates between the heavyweights.
Well, I saw the one between the Labour and the Conservatives. Who was he? Sunak and what's the other guy? Starmer.
Yes.
Starmer. I couldn't hear anything except blah, 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 lie, lie, blah, 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 lie, lie, blah.
But it's always important, like I'm doing that, to talk over your person and go, that's not true, 2000, and leap in like
I watched it and I thought to myself, you're just both liars. It's just both absolute liars. It doesn't matter who you vote for, it doesn't matter what they promise, you're not going to get any of it. It's just not going to happen. So I'll go back to when Clegg did his deal for the tuition fees pledge. Do you remember that? He was going to get rid of all the tuition fees.
That's correct.
And then the Conservatives had offered him a deal, and the snake took it. Right, he took his 30 pieces of silver and went, sorry folks, had a deal. No one's going to get their fees cut or refunded or paid.
But look at the size of my office.
Yeah, and that was that one. Then you've got, how about when they were going to build 30,000 new homes per year or something? 300,000 new homes a year was one of them. Ending rough sleeping, they promised.
It's a lifestyle option.
40 new hospitals.
Yeah.
Stop the boats. Stop the boats. They're going to do that.
Unicorns for everyone.
It's
a Spitfire in every garage.
It just lies. It's just lies, and they lie, and they will will not do anything that they promise. They won't. They just won't do it. There'd be a reason for it. I mean, I've said it before. Brexit. What happened? Were we taken in on Brexit?
350 million. I must remember that. Yeah. 350 million.
Were we taken in on that? Were we conned with that? And we are. As a public, we are conned.
Oh yeah, but Nigel Farage is back with his red trousers.
Yeah, and a milkshake.
And a milkshake.
How would you like your milkshake? Over my head, please.
That's when the lactose meets the intolerant, you see.
I like that.
You like that?
It's good.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So you're not. I mean, you're not. Have you ever left a social occasion early, like the D-Day landings?
Yeah. It's actually one of my specialities.
What, the Irish goodbye?
Yeah. Just get up and go.
But yes, I mean, you do. But you do. The trick is with the Irish, because I'm a master at that because of my lifestyle options. So my thing is to just quietly sort of. I mean, there's the famous meme of Homer Simpson going back through a hedge. That is me at social occasions.
Yeah, but I've got the excuse of my legs.
Yes.
I have to just get up and go. So in the minute, I'll just say, "Okay, we're going."
Yeah.
And she leads, and I just whoosh out. And I have been known to make a big farewell as well.
But it's Napoleon quitting his troops for Alba.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I've done that one. We were invited to a party once. I can tell the story. I think we were invited to a party once, and we were not invited, first of all, because one of the guests there didn't want me there because she didn't like me.
Who could that person be? That cuddly, all-round, avuncular figure that sounds before me.
Yeah, anyway, she didn't like me, and she, for lots of reasons, one of the most things was that I broke our engagement off 6 weeks before the wedding, but that's a whole other story. After the invitations had gone out. Anyway, she didn't like being in my presence too often.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what. I mean, that sounds like very unreasonable in my mind.
And,
yes.
Yeah, so she'd said to one of our friends, if he's going, I'm not going. So they came round and said to us, you can't come because she's going.
Yeah.
And I said, that's fine, just don't talk to me anymore. And there was a big hoo-ha, and then they invited us. And Patty said, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Now. And I said, yeah, we're going to go. Right. And so
with
Patty,
that look in your, with that little glint in your eye, which I just saw.
So Patty's sort of dressed up in a really nice little black number, so just to blend in. Yeah. And I've come out of the bedroom in the brightest yellow jacket, that canary yellow jacket that...
Even Canary did go, oh mate, it's a bit much.
The Canary had his sunglasses
exactly.
on. Anyway, cut a long story short, what I did is, I just, in this party, every room that they went into, I went into. I followed them, I stalked them.
That's officially stalking now. So,
every room they went into, and as they walked out of the room, I walked out of the room, then I followed them into the next room. And instead of doing the Irish goodbye, I made a very big thing of going, when I was leaving, I would stood on the stairs and waved and went to everybody.
That's the Trump goodbye. That's the Trumpian goodbye.
Yeah, to everybody who likes me, good night and God bless. And everybody who doesn't talk to me,
the converse of that particular
saying. You can go and do whatever you want to yourself.
Do what you want to do on that large field over there.
And on that note, I'm saying good night and walked out. So that's so I can do both.
Right, okay. I mean, because my best one of that is the fact because of I don't drink, so I can if something's really getting to me like a function, I just go hi. I'm just letting you know that I don't drink, and it's actually quite. I'm not feeling very uncomfortable, and that will get you out of jail at any function.
I don't drink either. I've had a drink either for 20, maybe nearly 30 years.
So if you,
I always do you still get? I'll go and have one.
Oh, yeah.
One won't.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so just put it over there with my line of Coke,
exactly.
Which I don't do either.
And a bag of heroin.
But I don't do either of those, but I'm sure one won't hurt.
Exactly. I know, I say I can drink, but you won't see me for 5 days.
Yeah.
So I was allowed to leave this function, and so I thought, right, this is going in the armoury. And then a couple of days later, I was a function with a couple of friends, and it was the same thing. It was very, very boring indeed. So I said, look, I'm going to get out of this. And I went up to the hostess and said, look, I'm really sorry, but I don't drink anymore. I'm finding it quite difficult here. She said, no, of course, please, because what's the alternative? Yes, please relapse and then end your life immediately. And my friends went, this is brilliant. And they said, oh, by the way, we're going to go with him to make sure he doesn't stop off on the way home.
To the off license.
Yeah, exactly. So they all came with me, and they thought, this is brilliant. So they used to take me along as a token.
Yes.
Anyway, where were we?
My new car.
Don't even start on cars with me at the moment.
Well, you're just a nightmare with cars.
No,
I don't want to invest in a real one.
184... Well, all my lights came on last time, but they really were telling me that the car was mucked.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But anyway, that's my point.
180 how many?
Well, I had 150... I gave up at 150 warning lights on Google for my car. Anyway,
go on.
So I recently got a new car, as everybody knows. I'm pleased with it. The only things, it's little gizmos and gadgets and computer system runs thing. It was used as a selling point. It can do this, it does that. You only have to look at this and blow on that and press this button. But that was great when they were selling me the car. In real life, it's horrendously annoying.
¿Por qué?
Well, okay. The engine cutting off every time I stop at traffic lights or a zebra crossing. Right. We used to call that stalling.
Yeah.
Right. My car's stalled. Yeah, I didn't realise it was an extra now. You had to pay for it to stall. Right. And so now I'm slowly turning them all off and bringing it down to a basic car, as basic as I possibly can.
The car is on fire.
Yeah. The handbrake automatically comes on every time you stop. So, although the engine...
What if you're doing a bank job?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, or parking. Because what happens is you stop, the handbrake comes on, this automatic handbrake thing.
Yeah.
But you have to put your foot on the accelerator.
Yeah.
To start it up again, to go backwards. So it jumps back. It's not a smooth one. So when you turn this off, you just take your foot off the brake and it rolls slightly. That's all you want it to do. You want it to roll slightly back or roll slightly forward.
Yeah.
Not having to... This thing is you have to put your foot on the brake, then take your foot off the brake and put your foot on the accelerator and the thing jumps. Well, then it jumps and you get too near the wall. So then it's got an automatic stop thing that actually it actually feels like you've hit the wall, but all the braking system goes on.
Right.
The whole braking system goes on, and I thought I'd hit the wall or hit the car behind, and I hadn't. What I'd done is the car had decided I was too close.
Right.
So everything shuts down. Right. And it just makes parking impossible. I mean, have you ever tried to park in a Mercadona car park? I mean, it's like... honestly, it's a game show. It should be made into
Mercadona's got talent.
Yeah, it should be made into a game show because you're going backwards and forwards. It's a terrible layout. The actual car park. How do they get so many pillars in one place?
Ah, yes.
How do they get so many? So I'm trying to reverse in, then drive out. The car is now beginning to sound like I'm on a life support machine, beeping and lights flashing and booming, right? And then finally I get too near to a wall and it sounds like I've flatlined because it's just one continuous noise and I think I'm dead. And actually I'm hoping I'm dead because it's just the most ridiculous thing. This car just wants to roll. And of course the other thing I've had to turn off is... Because the lanes on the motorway because they've actually changed them from sometimes they put a yellow line there where they're rebuilding. Well, I try to pull into the left or the right, and the car doesn't want me to do it. It starts taking me back to where I'm back into the other lane, or. You have to do everything with your indicators, which is a new law here now, by the way. Did you know that from January? It's big, like 2000...
You have to do everything with the indicators?
Yeah. You have to,
make a cup of tea?
Yeah, roundabouts, everything. Everything you do, if you don't use your indicators on a roundabout, it's a €2,000 fine.
Right, okay.
So they should be, with the Spanish drivers, they should be there collecting fortunes.
It's like they should have a policeman on every... That would save the budget deficit in one foul swoop. But a policeman on everything, they'd go.
But when you're driving down the A7 or the A15 or whatever it is, and someone pulls out on you, you don't always have time to indicate. You look in your mirror to hope there's not a coach or a truck coming up at 150 miles an hour.
Exactly, it's a car right? And pay for.
But then you don't put your indicator on, and it won't let you pull out to miss the car in front. what's going on? And have you seen the computer screen in the middle of the dashboard? I thought, oh, that's great. I can plug my iPhone in. I've got all my stuff. You're going to kill yourself because there's always messages coming up on there. Then the music decides not to play the next song, so you have to do that manually. Then you get your WhatsApp messages, you get your Google Maps, your Maze Maps, your iPhone Maps. I mean, it's all a little bit... I just want to drive my car. All the selling points now have turned into an absolute nightmare. And it's slowly turning them all off. And some of them...
You need the Austin A7, don't you, basically?
Yeah. I mean, it tells you one tyre is lower than the other, one tyre is higher.
How it's feeling, its empathy, the plantation it came from.
It sends me emails. The car sends me emails.
Dear Michael.
Yeah, and then tells me, because I haven't replied.
It's not me. It's not me. It's you. Yeah. Do you want to come? Please, Michael. Next time, don't come into the car wearing that canary yellow jacket. So.
Okay. So that was it. Just happily get me back into driving the car like I have done for the last 50, nearly 60 years.
I was driving a rent-a-car back from the airport because we were doing a job and the client wanted cars, and nobody warned me about that system that moves you from the centre through the lanes. The automatic lane changing thing, and that absolutely freaked me because I was going past Fuengirola at a rate and it started moving.
It's a fight. It's a battle.
It's a battle, is it?
It's a battle, absolute battle.
Right, what about the battles about the sun lounges and where people put their towels?
Oh yeah, well it's coming to that time of year, isn't it?
Is it?
It's coming to that time of year where we live in an apartment block, quite a nice one, and
Pink Floyd, The Who.
And the thing is, the punters have started arriving.
They have. And
they all do, a lot of them do the same thing. They put their towels and their dresses and their clean drawers and trousers and coats and everything, hang it over the balcony to dry. And it looks terrible and I hate it. And it makes the place look like a refugee camp. I mean, why... Well, maybe they would do it at home. I don't know.
They don't see the sign, so that's the problem. They don't realise.
I mean, when you actually... You don't see it. If it's in your apartment, you don't see it.
But if you're...
When you're looking out over the sea, as we are, and you're looking... You've got an apartment, just slightly apartment block in the same complex as you live in.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 or 3 of them got all the stuff hanging over the... It's just... Where's their
If I wanted to live in the souk, I'd have moved to Marrakesh.
Yeah, but I don't understand. And they get so... if you say anything, like, they get so annoyed. They get so offended. You know, what do you mean? You know, why can't I hang my...
Exactly. I'm offended.
Why can't I hang all my laundry out for everybody to see all over the thing? You know, why? They've got a terrace... And every terrace has got some drying clothes drying thing on it.
Yeah.
So why don't you use that?
The great unsolved mystery. So I saw it on social media the other day. The first sort of stag party bloke dressed in suspenders waiting outside trying to get into Banús. Obviously thinking it's funny.
I didn't think you saw me.
Oh, well, you know.
Didn't have to get the jacket.
It was the sound of the beeping car things, wasn't it?
Yeah. The other thing, of course, is that there's signs all around the swimming pool. No balls, no lilos, you know, nothing. Don't play with things in the water.
Yeah, don't put your toe in the water.
Yeah, well, put all the stuff in it, but, you know, don't clog it up so that no one can actually swim.
You can actually walk across the swimming pool.
And then there's grown people playing football and kicking the ball up against the wall, and all you can hear is bang, bang.
Why?
Bang.
Are they three?
Well, because they're on holiday. Right, and when you're on holiday... You can do what you like. It doesn't matter. You know, you can... There's all those rules, all those things that are up there for safety and comfort and to make it a more pleasurable experience for everyone doesn't count for them. It does not count for them.
Dear Giles and Lord Senker.
Lord?
I know. As in Lord Almighty. Britain's Got Talent. It's all fixed, you know.
Right.
And our deck, etc., I don't know, are laughing all the way to the bank. That's from Max.
Yeah, well, I don't know whether it's fixed or not, but it tends to go, you can more or less, like the winner, she was a really good singer, but she went on last, so she's obviously the most memorable.
Yeah.
You know, the first act never going to win it. The last act is always got more chance because it's fresh in the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm always not sure why the choirs don't do better. Because...
If people don't buy choir music.
No, but...
When was the last time, apart from St. Winifred's School Choir, I'm only a poor little sparrow, what was the last time you saw a choir?
No, what I'm just saying is that just by the sheer number that there's 150 people in the choir, if they all know 10 people and they all vote, right, surely they should get more votes. That's just my way of cooking the books. Anyway, one thing, going back to an election, right, and I've said this before, Trump has been found guilty on 34 charges.
Thus far.
So far, and counting, okay? Biden struggles to remember his own name.
Where are we?
Right. And his son is suspect, to say the least.
I think we can say all the candidates' sons are suspect in this particular one.
Right. In a country of something like 320 million people, they are 4% of the whole number of people in the world.
Who are?
America counts for 4% of
the total world population.
They can't find two blokes better than them two. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And I listen to him, and I would look at his arrogant, bloated, fat face on the television.
Speaks very highly of you, know.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he can't get off. That Mike Senker.
If anybody else has ever seen a face that's made for punching, it's him.
Yeah, mine back in the day, to be honest with you.
Do you ever watch Bill Maher?
Okay, on YouTube, it'll pop up on my timeline. Yeah,
he does one bit on his show, one about Trump, which I can't tell you on the radio, but it's about how he dances, what it looks like.
Right,
because he dances.
Oh, that dance, I saw that, that. Is he dancing to the words, not the music?
Yeah, and so someone tell me, cleverer than me, because there's lots of people much, much cleverer than me, how do you finish up with two people like that, the only two people in the country that are put forward? I mean, what... I just don't get it. I'm so totally confused. It's worse than the Starmer. Sunak bloke.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got people there running a prime minister that at the moment who's never been voted for in office.
Well, after late yesterday, I think it would be much longer. Right, we're going to, unfortunately, apart from this, it's starting to sound like Viewpoint, and we're starting to run out of time. If people want to get more mirth and misery and general mischievousness, where do they go to?
Well, I've got a YouTube channel now.
Oh, have you now?
Yeah. Called
because you had your social media expert, didn't you?
And hopefully she's going to come back in July and help me some more.
Marvellous.
Because since she's gone... Apart from me dancing in that silly jacket,
wonderful,
which was probably one of
the internet,
one of the funniest things I've ever done.
I second that.
I need more help with my YouTube. But I do have a YouTube channel which is just Mike Senker. Just go onto YouTube and type in Mike Senker, and you'll see my smiley boat.
Your smiley boat. And remember, of course, the British public...
slang for face.
Yeah, remember the British public voted for Boaty McBoatface, of course. So there you go, of course.
And a man in a high-vis jacket.
And a man in a high-vis jacket, but it wasn't Canario. Once again, the International Man of Misery, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Good night and God bless.